I was convinced you could be an outstanding officer, and I never questioned that conviction. Until now.
And poor Wesley! Poor Wesley. Everyone's pulling him in all these directions, and he is not ready for it.
Roll for reaction, two nerds with quick wit. I am your host, Dig. This is my co-host, Parrish. What up, Parrish?
Hello.
I think that I watched Star Trek almost like a secular... It was almost like secular church, secular scientific church.
And it's stories, so it is a lot like getting Bible verses read to you. Here's...
And this is the book of TNG, of the next generation. Chapter 5, verse 19, the first duty. Subscribe.
Captain's log, stardate 45703.9. We are en route to Earth, where it will be my pleasant duty to deliver this year's commencement address at Starfleet Academy. I'm also looking forward to seeing Wesley Crusher again. His flight team will perform a demonstration near Saturn. My superintendent was a Betazoid, a full telepath. When he sent for you to his office, he didn't have to ask what you'd done.
You got called to the superintendent's office. It's a story I'd like to hear.
You had a question with another series about the hair regulations and stuff like that. See, this was when Worf was in there, in between. He had hair on the collar, but it wasn't quite ponytail length yet, so they let him get by because he's Klingon. But as
I was going to say, Klingons, cultural exceptions to things. I would expect the Federation to have those.
Mm-hmm.
We are being hailed again by the Academy. It is Admiral Brand.
On screen.
Oh, sir. She is requesting a private channel.
Hello, Captain. I know you're a close friend of the Crusher family.
Yes.
There's been an accident.
You know, and at least, like, Picard didn't kill this member of the Crusher family.
It wasn't me.
That, like...
Wait, did I... Am I the one who talked him into trying out for the star... Never mind, it's not my fault.
He had second-degree burn to the chest, multiple fractures in his right arm, but he's going to be fine.
Have they completed the regeneration series?
I'm not certain.
Wesley's allergic to Metoropant treatments. I think they'll have to use a...
Beverly, he's fine.
I know he's fine. I know he's fine.
Wesley's alive, and he's well.
Very good job, portraying her trying to keep a professional face on, getting news of her son being in an accident.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm glad Picard delivered it to her instead, because there's been an accident. When you get a call like that as a parent from, like, your kid in a military training camp, the first thing you want to hear is, first of all, Wesley's fine.
Yeah, like, you know, and then the, like, background is, like, you know, like, I mean, they've known each other for years. Like, the, like, sticky part about, like, I, like, joke and I mentioned that how Picard got, like, her husband killed, but they were best friends, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, for years. Like, you know, like, he was his number one even when Picard was, like, a lieutenant commander back in the day. So, I mean, like...
There was very little to salvage from the wreckage. We did recover one of the ship's data recorders, but it was badly damaged. We are attempting to restore the information, but that will take some time. Commander Albert, I'm sure that everyone in this room joins me in expressing my deepest sympathies to you on the tragic loss of your son.
Okay, so let's contrast Admiral Brand with like, Chancellor Nala, like, Ake of Starfleet Academy.
And she's, like, the head of a military academy.
Mm-hmm. Her hair is in a responsible French bun. Her like, shoes are on. We assume. We didn't see, but she's not barefoot.
She's controlled. Yeah. She doesn't let her emotions take over.
She isn't a girl boss. She's a female leader.
She's a boss.
She's a leader.
She's a leader. Her gender is immaterial.
Wes.
Really that tall.
Yeah.
I was so worried about you.
How are you feeling, Wesley?
Not bad.
He's
Guilty.
growing into yeah, he's growing into to the nerd man that you love. Yeah.
I love all nerd men.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like.
Hi. Captain, sir.
At ease, Cadet.
This is my squadron leader, Nicholas Locarno. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise.
Look familiar?
My mother, Dr. Beverly Crusher.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello?
Yeah.
Captain Picard.
Mr. Locarno.
No, can't be.
I came
I'll
by to
tell
see
you.
if Wes had
I'll
healed
tell
up
you.
all right.
And how are you feeling, Nicholas?
Oh, I'm okay. I just never lost anyone under my command before.
I'm afraid that never gets easier.
Let me know if you need anything.
I will.
I'll see you at the inquiry. Good to meet you, Mr. Locarno.
You too, sir. The inquiry is scheduled for 1,500 hours. You ready?
I think so.
Don't worry about it, Wes. Everything's gonna be all right. As long as we stick together.
Yeah.
Why does he look familiar?
I'll tell you. Why don't you calm down?
Okay.
Your voice. When they were creating Star Trek Voyager, they wanted a character with a redemption arc, and they had originally planned for it to be Nick Locarno. From this episode, UPN or Paramount, they didn't want to pay like Ronald D. Moore, who partially wrote this like episode and created this character of Nick Locarno, so they stole his backstory and they made him Tom Paris, who is the
Hey.
helmsman on Voyager, played by Robert Duncan McNeil, the same actor.
They stole everything about him except the name, including not just the same actor, but like the same hair. They didn't even change his hair. Just wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's like corporate things. Is that he had to audition for, and the casting requirement was literally a Nick Locarno type.
Oh my god. It was like, oh no, is it an all white guys look alike thing?
Subscribe.
Jean-Luc Picard, class of 27.
I know that. What happened to your hair?
Boothby. I don't think I ever told you how much I appreciate.
There's nothing to tell.
You know as well as I do, I would never have graduated if you...
You made a mistake. There isn't a man among us who hasn't been young enough to make one. Nevertheless, you did what you had to do. You did what you thought was best. I just made sure that you listened to yourself.
Like comments?
That last line, I know them all. Like I knew you, because I couldn't help but know you, because you made so much fucking fuss on campus.
And it's kind of like symbolic that he likes to nurture things growing, and he gardens at the academy, and has been for a long time. And he definitely made an impression on like Picard, because Picard's own father was like, yeah, don't join Starfleet. Stay here in the vineyard and grow grapes the way that Picards have for centuries. And
hints about Picard's possibly misspent youth just taking place there, establishing, the adults have had childhoods too.
But we're gonna be all right. We've got some tough times ahead, but we've always come through for each other. Whatever happens, I want you all to know that leading this team has been the high point of my years at the Academy. No one could have asked for a better team.
yeah, those like pips on their collars, I think, are like years. So Locarno is a senior. Wesley's only a sophomore.
Okay.
And I think that like they might have like 3, so like there are juniors maybe. But the inquiry.
Approximately 9 seconds later, Cadet Albert's ship collided with Cadet Hazar's. We had less than 2 seconds to activate our emergency transporters and beam to the evac stations at Mimas. Everyone made it except Josh.
And how do you explain the fact that the low apogee turn around Titan was at least 2,000 kilometers closer to the moon than indicated in your plan?
We were still within flight safety parameters, sir.
That was not my question, Cadet.
Oh, yeah?
Cadet Sita.
Yeah.
You were in the tail position, therefore you should have seen any sign of trouble from Cadet Albert. And you saw nothing?
That is correct, sir. I was flying solely on sensor readings at the time. I did not have any visual contact with Cadet Albert's ship when he broke formation.
Well, it's unusual to fly on sensors alone during this type of maneuver. The pilot relies on visual clues from the other ships to maintain formation.
With Cadet Albert's ship less than 10 meters away, and you don't know what his orientation was?
I don't remember, sir.
Pull away in the final seconds. His formation flying was a little erratic.
And you didn't report this to anyone?
No, sir, I didn't. We'd flown together a long time. I thought he could handle it if I gave him a chance. I was wrong.
Then you are saying that the accident was Cadet Albert's fault?
Josh was our friend. We didn't want him to be remembered as someone who panicked.
You allowed your teammate to fly when you knew he was having difficulties maintaining formation. We should have the first data from Mr. Crusher's flight recorder tonight. We will reconvene at 1300 hours tomorrow.
So you see why Cito had to die, right?
Yeah.
You see why Picard was so mean with her.
You can just see that. He's got a list of, I requested you specifically so that if I ever needed a sacrificial lamb, I'd know who to give.
I do know why you ended up on the Enterprise. I asked for you. I wanted to make sure that you got a fair chance to redeem yourself.
So now he's got a group of peers, and peer pressure's a thing, and he's been pointed out as being young for being in the minimum age to be in the academy. So he's on the young side, and he's younger, lower classmen compared to them, and you can see it. It's a lot that is really well done without being explicitly stated.
Locarno is employing excellent defense for his role. Like we were too loyal and too optimistic. That's why this happened, and unfortunately Albert let us down. And Albert's dad is like, holy shit.
Albert's dead, so he can't argue it. Yes. How convenient that the
exactly right.
scapegoat has already paid the price.
There are accounts where Troy could beam down and do this, but here is the thing. You will find in Star Trek that whenever there's a mystery involving people, accounts where Troy is busy. She's doing something else.
Yes,
that's literally what happens.
I don't know, Captain. The Academy has one of the best reconstructive analysis labs in Starfleet. I'm not sure there's much we could contribute to the investigation.
Yes, that may well be. But Wesley's one of our own.
Understood, sir.
Said that we weren't going to have to lie to them. We all agreed not to lie to them.
I didn't lie. Everything I said was the truth.
The accident was not Josh's fault.
Wes, I know you want to protect his memory. We all do. But we have to look out for ourselves now. What do you want us to do? Walk in there and tell them everything that happened?
I don't know if I can do this, Nick.
You don't have to lie. Just don't volunteer any new information.
Peer pressure. Poor baby.
You know you've got to be able to count on the people on your team because your life is in their hands. And their lives are in yours. Josh can't be a part of those plans anymore. But I think he would still want us to be a team. What do you think?
Wow. Mastery and emotional manipulation happening there. This guy isn't just, I'm going to massage the truth. I'm also going to use some expertly practiced manipulation on the youngest member of my team to make sure he stays in line.
Yeah, this is the dark side of leadership. This kind of talk is cultish behavior. He's a cult leader.
Mr. Crusher.
Sir.
At ease. Am I interrupting?
No. I was just going over my deposition for tomorrow.
You told me you'd be here. I found this in Josh's room. I think it belongs to you.
ski trip. Josh and I went to Calgary last month. He forgot his sweater, so I borrowed one of mine.
You told me you helped him with his classes.
A little. He only needed help in statistical mechanics.
His mother and I thought he'd never get out of calculus. Then he found out what the academy entrance requirements were like. That turned him around.
Oh no. The battle for Wesley's soul.
It was his fault. That everybody could have been killed. I want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he let you down.
Young man's psyche as the battlefield for them dueling it out. The angel and the demon, do the right thing, stick with your whatever. Make this choice. This poor kid. This is a show about suffering.
And it's like, oh, it's digging this in. But like Wes chose these stakes. So you just got to pay the piper.
The way that people handled directing and acting were different back then than they are now. Like some of the choices you can kind of see in some of the beats and how many takes they get.
You tuned in, and this is season 5, so they're confident. We are going to put all of this into a story, and it's going to unfold the way that we want it. And if you lose some portion of it, if you lose your attention for it and do something else, you're not going to see this episode for maybe half a year.
Yeah. Program your VCR, kids. It's worth it.
Subscribe.
We were in a 20-degree turn around Titan. We should be coming out of Titan's gravity well about now. Mr. Locarno led us into a Jaeger loop. Approximately 9 seconds later, my proximity alarm went off. I tried to veer away, but it was too late, and I was hit.
You have anything to add to your testimony?
No, sir.
Before the collision, was Nova Squadron in a diamond slot formation?
Yes, sir.
These images were obtained from a navigational control satellite in orbit around Saturn during a standard sensor sweep.
Mr. Crusher, are these ships in a diamond slot formation?
No, sir.
What is your explanation, Mr. Crusher?
I have none, sir.
Damn Vulcans. Nosy as hell and pen and like picking up stuff. Yep. So now we have the second plot turn.
There was not just dash cam footage, there was traffic cam footage as well. Red light footage.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Something is rotten in the state of San Francisco.
Everything's going to be okay, Wesley. There must be an explanation for all of this. Well, there must be some explanation for this. I know you're telling the truth, but the satellite data made it look as if you were lying.
Mom, don't try to protect me.
Watch your hand.
Please stay out of this.
Tell me some more about Nova Squadron.
Not going well, is it?
No, it isn't.
Nick is what makes that team special. He's their coach, surrogate father, and best friend all in one. A natural leader. The members of that team love him. If he asks them to do something, they do it. Even if it means going right over a cliff.
I feel like the scene before with Beverly and Wesley.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point that she's not deluding herself. I like that.
This would be so outside of his nature that it's easy for her to believe, oh, there might be some sort of conspiracy against Nova Squadron, and we're going to dig into it because Wesley, and as viewers of this show, we were like, what the fuck?
Wesley would not be involved in this.
Did Wesley's flight recorder indicate that there was anything unusual about the ship or the way it was operating?
We did find that Wesley opened his coolant interlock just before beginning the maneuver around Titan.
That is a bit unusual. Normally the interlock is closed unless you're performing a check on the engine coolant levels.
Is there any other reason for opening the valve?
It's the first step in purging the plasma exhaust.
That procedure would be extremely hazardous while the ship was in flight.
Yeah, the engine would probably ignite the plasma.
Ignite the plasma? That's exactly what they were trying to do.
He was a troublemaker as well, so, or knowing about it as an option on your menu of stupid shit to do to make an impact. He would.
Yeah, I see.
He would look at things from that point of view.
Yeah, actually, yeah, like, he got stabbed through the heart in a bar fight one time. So, and Picard is a pilot also, so like he would recognize these kind of things. So it came as a breakthrough.
Come. It hasn't been performed at the Academy for over 100 years. Do you know why?
It was banned by the Academy following a training accident, sir.
An accident in which all 5 cadets lost their lives. I think that Nicholas Locarno wanted to end his academic career in a blaze of glory. And Joshua Albert paid the price. Am I correct?
I choose not to answer, sir.
You choose not to answer. What you neglected to mention was that following the loop, your team attempted a maneuver that was the direct cause of the crash. I was convinced you could be an outstanding officer, and I never questioned that conviction. Until now. The first duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth, whether it's scientific truth, or historical truth, or personal truth. It is the guiding principle on which Starfleet is based. If you can't find it within yourself to stand up and tell the truth about what happened, you don't deserve to wear that uniform. I'm going to make this simple for you, Mr. Crusher. Either you come forward and tell Admiral Brand what really took place, or I will.
Captain.
Dismissed!
What a remarkable actor Patrick Stewart is. Or direction, whichever. Both.
Exactly.
And chances for him to, like, redeem himself, too. It's like, at the very beginning, the first pause is a chance for him to, like, fill in the gaps and, like, pull himself out of it. He gave him a chance, and he didn't take it, so he's I'm gonna spell this out for you, young man.
And he is filling in for what like Dr. Crusher can't see and doesn't want to see. See, Picard is acting as his father would have acted, because he knew his father, too.
And poor Wesley! Poor Wesley. Everyone's pulling him in all these directions, and he is not ready for it.
Your message said it was urgent. He told me that he knows. The Colvard maneuver, the cover-up, everything. He said that if I didn't come forward and tell the truth now, he would.
Happened. They'll ask us, is it true? We'll say no, sir. There's no evidence, so there's no case. We'll get off with a reprimand. Wesley, we have to hang on just a little bit longer. Then this will all be over.
I'm gonna tell them what happened.
You have to tell them what happened. Who the hell are you?
Nick!
You're gonna turn us in.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute. He got to you, didn't he? Picard told you some big story about duty and honor.
The first duty.
Well, it must have been a pretty good speech to make you turn your back on your friends. But if you do, then resign your appointment to the Academy and walk away. Don't make us pay for your guilty conscience.
You'd let me do that? You'd let me throw away my career? Just to save your neck?
To save the team!
Lots of conflict notes. He is doubling down with his, like, loyalty-based thing and his guilt tripping and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead, Parrish.
I gave an underclassman a chance because they're a lot more easy to manipulate than seniors, basically. is what it sounds like to me. Excess of sympathy for Wesley is because his role in this episode isn't thus far to be a motivating force. He is the blank canvas on which all of these other agents are making their play. So he's just there to be acted upon. And basically that makes him a victim in this. Even though he's not, he was a part of this whole thing and he was involved in it. But right now, he is just the whipping boy for this episode, and that makes me hurt for him.
To me, like, Wesley is like a 5-season in super developed character. So not a blank canvas. He's being tested. His aspects are, he is like being compelled like crazy. Like, I can do the right thing and fuck myself up, or I can play it safe and this and that. But like, you know, at his core, you don't join Starfleet to play it safe.
Captain Setelk and I have gone over your testimony and the physical evidence from the crash. Your statements cannot be reconciled with the data collected from the NAVCOM satellite. Either the data is faulty in some way, or you have lied to us. However, suspicion is not proof, and I have no proof that you have lied to this inquiry. I'm ordering a formal reprimand placed on each of your permanent records. I'm also revoking your flight privileges.
Sir, I would like to add something to my testimony. But we wanted to do something spectacular for the commencement demonstration. We pushed Josh into it and he wasn't ready. We thought we could do it. We thought we could do anything. Josh didn't let us down, sir. It wasn't his fault.
I gotta say something else. Like, I can't do it. Like, you know, and then he got up and he fulfilled the first duty. And I think it helped seeing, like, Commander Albert there, like, I can't let this man continue with the memory that, no, like, we let your son down. It's our fault. And that guy's like, what the fuck? Like you know, yeah, like, you know.
I feel like, it's just, he is so much younger, and he's away from his community that he's been with for so long. So, Locarno, slotting himself into the mentor position, I can see why he could jerk Wesley around like that. So, it's a tough lesson to learn. Bad baby.
Mr. Locarno has been expelled. He asked to take full responsibility.
He did exactly what he said he would. He protected the team. Thank you, Captain.
You knew what you had to do. I just made sure that you listened to yourself.
That's what Boothby said to him. And he still
Goodbye,
gets a
Cadet.
handshake.
Goodbye, Captain.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5th season. Okay, I'm looking for conflict, and you're looking for tone. Why don't you go ahead with the feels?
It was very much a young man taking a large step into becoming a man. So it's a coming of age and just a reflection of parallels between Picard as a youth and where Wesley is now. Kind of sweet.
Kind of like coming of age?
Coming of age. Definitely coming of age, but very family and connections and
like the episode Coming of Age where Wesley was being tested while Picard was being tested,
this actually is more of a coming of age than that episode Coming of Age. This is more of a change. This was like he was trying to, but no, he's not quite ready yet to take that next step. This is him being pushed through the ringer and tested to see if this test is a more real test than any of the artificial ones, I guess. I would say, for him. And the fabric of the man that he will become is apparently made of sterner stuff than he thinks it is. But it's very warm.
Overall, Go ahead.
It's very warm, and there's a lot of care and family, and it's very personal, I think, this episode.
Yeah, like, and I would fully agree with that. Like, you know, like, I think that I'm having like the same feelings of tone that I did back when I first watched this, and like stuff like that. And especially now that I'm getting older and all the other media that we watch, it's like, you know, like, this is such a nice change of pace to go backwards and stuff like that. And in terms of like conflict, like, I mean, it's very clear, like, you know, like you made the analogy, like Angel on one shoulder, so it's Picard on one shoulder, and then it's Locarno on the other shoulder, and things like that, like, you know, a friend versus a father, basically, which is like, you know, with kids like this, like, you know, they often get pulled by the influence. I know that I did during this time. I was like, 12 years old and stuff like that when I first saw this. And like, you know, and I was going through those very same things. So it's conflict that I can definitely relate to. Yeah, of course, another TNG classic. And kind of like the messages that are not political, but just like are fundamentally humanistic, I think. Like, you know, that's kind of like why I saw it as like, you know, sort of like a secular church sermon, basically. And you can see that now too, right, Parrish?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, so leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought. What else can they do for us, madam?
They can like or they can subscribe to the channel. Exactly.
So, thank you very much for watching, and we are going to expel ourselves.
Watching with the crew in the mix. Comment and subscribe, yeah, we'll shout you out next. Sci-fi, fantasy, drama or comedy, movie or TV, we'll say must see or leave it be. Get your drink and scram, get ready to lock in. Roll for reaction, players, y'all about to win.